I think the Ravens are the new Giants.
Okay.
Actually, I think they'll get it done. I don't think the Patriots substitutes will get it done this week like they did last week against the Ravens. I think Brady will get out the pocket. I think the D-line will definitely put some hands on him. And I really don't see an answer for Ray Rice, who's averaged over 100 yards in at least 3 of the games that they've played, 3 out of the 5. I'm not certain that the time of possession will be in the Patriots' favor either. One catch away from beating them last year in the playoffs. I think the Ravens have their number, and I think the emotional high from Ray Lewis is just an added bonus.
Wow. You buying all that?
I'm buying it to some degree. I mean, I'll make my pick official Friday, but I got to tell you that I am leaning towards the Ravens. I'm going to continue to look at it, but I think the emotional high, and not just the emotional high in terms of Ray Lewis, it's just a level of football intellect that he brings to the field. When you're going up against a Peyton Manning, you're going up against a Tom Brady. It's not just about your physical skills. You have to match wits with them. And in the case of the New England Patriots, it's Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. And so as a result of that, you literally need a Ray Lewis because a John Harbaugh is not enough. The physical prowess of Terrell Suggs and Haloti Ngata and those guys, it's not enough. You have to have somebody that brings both the emotion along with the football intellect to really match wits with these guys. And obviously there's nobody more qualified to do it than Ray Lewis and the Baltimore Ravens. You know, whatever step they may have lost, they more than make up for with their emotion and their intelligence. They know how to play together. They've been playing together. They're incredibly familiar with one another. And if you're Tom Brady, you have to pay attention to everything that's going on because you're going across somebody who's incredibly familiar with you because he's accustomed to going against you. And as a result, you're looking across the line of scrimmage and you're seeing a guy wondering if he knows what you're going to do next. And that's why I think Baltimore is so formidable in this matchup. And then you did lose last year. You don't drop a catch. Evans doesn't drop that pass in the end zone. The Baltimore Ravens may very well have won the Super Bowl championship last year instead of the New York Giants. And so you're Baltimore. You're that close. And then this is it. And this every game now is the final game for Ray Lewis because once it's over, it's over. It's something to be reckoned with. It's going to be very interesting.
Okay, I have one question for the both of you, and I'm going to ask it to Joe first.
Yeah.
I know both of you love you some Ray Lewis.
Yes,
You're
I do.
rooting for Ray Lewis.
Yes, I am.
Heck, I'm rooting for Ray Lewis, even though I picked the Patriots before the year started to win the Super Bowl. Who can't root for Ray Lewis? Are you picking this game with your heart or your head?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Head.
You sure?
Definitely.
You sure this isn't just a Ray Lewis emotional pick?
No, not at all. I had the Ravens losing last week.
Okay.
I was wrong. All my picks last week were wrong. Actually.
Okay, and then what changed your mind?
Say it louder.
Yeah, they were all wrong. But no, I mean, I just like the matchup, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, for me, emotion plays a role in it because you want Ray Lewis so desperately to win. At the same time, however, Gronkowski's out.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not just about, emotion. It's not just about matchup. It's not just about, Brady having to deal with the Ray Lewises of the world, coming off of the AFC Championship game lost last year in this same football field. It's also Gronkowski being out of this game, them not being able to use their 2 tight end set. Obviously, they, like Tom Brady said, they're definitely better equipped to deal with it this year, the loss of Gronkowski, than they were last year. They've prepared for this, so you can't sleep on New England, but it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different because having Gronk in there, with Hernandez is entirely different than just Hernandez being up in there, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my case for the New England Patriots with one number and one number only. 9.5, as in 9.5-point favorite at home in Foxborough, where Tom Brady is mostly invincible. Mostly. The Ravens did go up there once and beat him in an earlier round. And to your point, Lee Evans looked like to me he probably had it long enough before Sterling Moore knocked the ball out of his hands.
Remember, I was mad about that. I didn't think
like
that
a microsecond.
I didn't think that should have been called an incomplete pass. I thought he had it long enough.
And if you give it to him, the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
And then, of course, Billy Cundiff, insult to injury, he misses a 32-yarder, yanks it left, rushed it, or we would have seen an overtime in that game. So I give you all those are all great points.
Billy Chokiff, go ahead.
But remember, well, it was arguably the biggest postseason choke in NFL history as far as a field goal kicker.
Remember Suggs? Oh, my God. You can read his lips.
Oh, my God. Here's the point. It took the Ravens, it took a 70-yard miracle from Flacco to Jacoby Jones to survive Peytonville last weekend, right? Make you wrong. It took 70 yards with 31 seconds left. And now it's back to Foxborough, where Tom Brady, even without Gronkowski for, 6 games, had by far the best offense in pro football. And now it's down to this. You're telling me this is this year's Giants, so you're telling me Joe Flacco is Eli Manning? Really? Is he really going to be Eli?
Well, Eli's my guy. I'm a Giants fan.
I know you are.
Well, let me ask you a question, though. The Flacco has better numbers all around the board versus Brady, right?
His last 2 games, he has outplayed Tom Brady.
No, every game for the most part of his career. He's 7-4.
In the postseason, that's not all against Brady. But Joe Flacco is 7-4 in the postseason with 5 road wins.
To my knowledge, he's outplayed Brady every time they've matched up, which tells me that
one game was a Ray Rice game where he just ran wild.
So I can't really look at Flacco like Joe Flacco. I have to give some credit to the way that he's performed thus far.
Did I hear you say you think 9.5 is too much?
Way too much.
Okay, what do you think it should be?
Well, if they're going to favor the Pats just because everybody likes to act like the Patriots are America's team, so they have to favor them, maybe 5.
Okay.
Maybe 5. 9 is totally disrespectful.
That still might be too much. You got to remember, despite the drop pass, okay, despite all of that, the Ravens still had a chance to win, but, a field goal was blown. So they were in position to win, and I just think that, again, you just look at it, Flacco. We're going to see what he's made of. This is a big-time game.
And,
Definitely.
This is maybe the first time in his career, Flacco, or Fluco as I call him, in which the expectations are rising for Flacco because he just outplayed Peyton at Peyton, coming off twice.
And he did outplay Brady last year.
That's what I'm saying.
So now the expectation, what you going to do? And I think he's at his worst when there are expectations.